you're on.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to be informal because I know I really hadn't a chance to talk to you face to face. So I'm really, really excited. And I think kind of like you brought like a fire in the group. So I don't know if you know that. So I was like,
Oh, it's been.
that's my hubby.
Hey.
I'm not.
My
I'm her boyfriend.
my ninja coach. What's being recorded?
Okay. Definitely.
No, I just wanted to tell you more about me, how I've been a coach for over a year and a half and actually just started like you, just like, I signed up and I was like, I followed this runner girl, stranger, and that's how I signed up. And then I ended up on Lindsay's team through a friend. Because literally you have only 72 hours to change coaches, and after that you're stuck like Chuck. So you're stuck with me. But no, just wanted to talk to you about, because I know you talked about what it is really. The basics is 3 vital behaviors, which is being a product of the product, invite, and then reading personal development. So I don't know if you ever read personal development or not, but I know you go to church anyway, so I try to get in personal development almost every day or every other day. I read like You're a Badass and lots of books by a couple of books from The Secret and things like that. So because sometimes you're going to get those no's, which I know you know. But that one book, I haven't read it yet, Go for No.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that what impressed me the most with this group is that, well, one is everybody that is in there participating all the time. So for me, it was really motivating. And from the beginning, even when I was in there before and I was training for my triathlon, I really just wanted to kind of see what everybody was doing, because everyone was so motivated and, they were working out every day or most days and, encouraging each other to eat well and that kind of stuff. So for me, it was really just to try to be part of something that I thought would be encouraging for me. And so whenever I started doing it, and Lucette and I signed up together, and I said, you know what, I'm going to put my gym membership on hold for a month and just try it and see what happens. And Lucette agreed to do it with me. And so after just a week, we both had seen such positive results, and I felt so much better. And so I just started telling everybody about it because I wanted all my friends to do it with me, and so I wasn't really trying to do anything with coaching or business or anything like that. I was just excited because it was something I thought was fun and cool, and it made me feel good. I've done every diet that there is, I think, and I have been a triathlete for a few years now, or a couple of years now, and have done distance races and used to be really into marathons. And, I've always done all this kind of endurance type sports. And so I thought, I don't need to do some kind of workout videos. It's no big deal. And, but, I got into the group and really, I don't know. It's just, I feel so much better. It makes me want to go run because I actually feel good. And I feel like I have the energy that I could go out and run and not, feel like crap when I'm done. So that was,
That's awesome.
and everybody wanted to do it. And I was like, okay, well, let's all do it together, and then it was always interesting to me to see you post things and say, you would get so like emotional about how people were, seeing their goals and how they were losing weight or just feeling better. And then since I've been doing this, now people are sending me messages and they're like, I feel so much better. And I've been so proud of Nancy. And she's like, every day she's like, I've lost a couple more pounds. And, she hasn't even gotten her stuff yet, but just making that decision and being part of the group to actually like make better choices and having that support is such a big deal. So it's gotten me excited about actually wanting to do this more, as a coach and not just kind of for myself.
That's what happened to me. Like I said, I would go to the gym and I felt like I wasn't getting And then I just always felt awkward, and I was going to spin class, wasn't getting results, and I'm like, I'm missing something. And I don't want to pay for a personal trainer. I couldn't afford a personal trainer. So I just followed this runner girl, and she offered a 7-day free challenge. So I joined it, and I noticed how I was posting a lot. And then I said, I didn't know what, she had like an insanity shirt on. I was like, what's that? And complete stranger. Okay. So, and then I signed up, and at first I was kind of like, this is kind of cool, you know? And then I just started inviting my cousins, and then I started inviting my friends, and I started reaching out to old friends, and then it started with me and hubby, and now it's just all of you guys. And then some people just, you know, I've invited some people, and some people didn't get anything out of it, and some people have, and the people that have, it's just, you know, it's, and now, you know, like the emotions, the emotional part of it, it's like, wow. And it just takes those 2 or 3 people, then you feel the momentum, and then you just feel this energy from the group. And it's amazing to me that it's like all people throughout. My dad was just asking me the other night, he's one of my coaches, one of my discount coaches. And he can stream Beachbody on demand in the Philippines. So he was asking me, how many under you now? And I was telling him, and he was like, he was shocked. He was like, he was just surprised how it was just like a few of us, and now I feel like it's a total family. My kid.
Hey.
And him, like, to see, like, I've been running for 2 or 3 years. He started running last year. My husband, if I got him to the gym, I was lucky. And then he wanted to quit because he's like, let's just get T25. I'm like, all right. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was a lot of money. But then now it's like he's working out 5 days a week, and he never used to work out. So it's kind of like this domino effect. And now my son's like, Mom, I don't need you to buy this, this, and this anymore. I really need to drop 5 pounds for wrestling. I'm like, okay, son. And I was giving him tips on how to cut out some sugars here and there. And it's just amazing to me how, and I know some wives are struggling with their husbands. I'm like, trust me, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. You're going to rub off. Because it took me like a good year, and I finally rubbed off on my husband. Then I rubbed off on my kid. And I'm like, this is great. This is like awesome. So, and then you just keep inviting and sharing and posting, and I never know how it's impacting anyone. And to hear you say that it impacted you, you're an outsider, you know, I was like, oh, okay. You know, sometimes it's like scary to like put yourself out there and be vulnerable and emotional and share your struggles. And I know I need to even share my struggles more, because I do struggle, but I'm still shy. I'm definitely shy. Like this whole talking, and you're like over broadcasting, I'm like, so I gotta, that's one thing. And I've seen you.
Oh no, I think we lost Emmy. But I'm not shy. Before she gets back in here, I am definitely not the shy person. But when it comes to talking about myself and talking about things like my weight and fitness and that kind of thing, like I can talk all day about races and stuff that I do. But when it comes to talking about weaknesses, like not being able to run a certain distance in a certain time, like I see people posting their times out there, and they're running like 8-minute, 9-minute miles. And I do good sometimes to get like a 13-minute mile on a long race. So,
did I lose you?
Yeah. I was just talking about how talking about how you are shy and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not shy at all. I will tell people everything about me. But the problem is that when it gets to me talking about myself and like things that I struggle with, and because I am this perfectionist and I love a challenge, and so whenever it gets to, you know, trying to post things that I have a hard time with, you know, like making better race times, or, you know, the types of food that I eat, or struggling with weight, I don't feel comfortable talking about that stuff, because I always want people to see that in a positive light. And so, you know, people will be like, oh, you can go out and do a triathlon. And it's like, yeah, and I feel like I'm going to die when I'm done, you know, and it's like, but it could be so much better if you drop the weight and you eat better and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, you can go out and you can drink beer. And I mean, I love to drink beer, and I love to drink wine, and I love to eat all kinds of food. And, you know, that's what I like about this so much, is that it's taught me how to do that in moderation better. Because you can know something all you want, but if you don't know how to apply it for yourself, or how to make that a real routine and put that into practice, it doesn't really matter what you know. So I've really pushed my body, you know, for the last like 3 years, to do things at a weight that I really shouldn't have. And so, you know, posting things like my measurements and my weight and my pictures and stuff in a Facebook group, that kind of stuff, even though I'm not shy at all, that's not stuff that I feel comfortable with at all. But that, like you said earlier, having the support and seeing people, like seeing normal people that are working out and taking the pictures and posting videos and that kind of stuff, and like sharing things that they're struggling with, that makes me feel more comfortable with sharing that kind of stuff. And it encourages me to try harder. You know, I see someone out there and they've been struggling, but then they go and they get their workout in, or they make their meal and get their meal prep done, or, you know, they just make a healthy decision, and it makes me that much more motivated to want to do it too.
There's some people that work out at night, and I'm like, okay, that's inspiring. I'm going to go work out, you know, or meal prep something real clean at night and for the next day. And I'm like, okay, that's inspiring. I'm gonna, even like the other groups, the December challenge group that's about to start, Autumn's group, and the Hammer and Chisel, like those extra getting more ideas and stuff like that, and seeing their huge before and afters. And I know I don't have a huge transformation, but part of it is because mine's more internal. I have some, you know, transformation, yeah, but the confidence, you know, and doing this through the internet versus going to the gym. And there are a lot of people that don't understand, like, why are you always working on yourself? And because I never did care about myself. And, you know, and a lot of my family, I had my mom, you know, like as an example, I had a lot of family who would put me down of my looks, and I was always very self-conscious, and now I'm learning to love myself, you know. So I feel like that's more of an internal thing for me, and letting go like the negativity and things like that. So
yeah, I mean, even if people think that, you know, that thin people or smaller people are in good shape or that they're healthier, and that's not necessarily the case. You could be really tiny and not be in great shape and not feel good. And it's a big deal to not just eat right or not just work out. I mean, if you take into account, I mean, I did everything from sprint triathlons to a half iron, you know, as a team, and did Olympic marathon or Olympic triathlons and placed in it. And it's fine. I mean, that's great. And it was exciting and it's rewarding. But I can't tell you how I didn't feel good. I always was exhausted, and it really took everything out of me to do those types of things. And now, you know, I feel like I have so much more energy to do those things. So I feel like I can really push myself in a more healthy way to accomplish more. And then I had shared with my mom, I don't want to share her story for her, but, you know, just to see my mom in the group and my husband doing this with me, and, you know, my friends all over the place that, you know, have been really encouraged by it. It's just really exciting to be in this group. So
I love it. Your mom's in there. Like even Denise's mom is in there, and and then I have Kelly, who's one of our older coaches. She's inspiring in there, and she's local to me, and I just hug her when I see her. She was doing something else, I think Body by Vi or something, and she was wondering what I was doing, and I just happened to talk to her at a party, and I told her what it was, and right away she was like, I want in. And she was the first to tell me, I am not into challenge groups. She goes, I'll get on Shakeology, but I am not. And then she was the first to post right away. And I was like, oh, it's so emotional seeing her post. And I was just, that's what keeps me going, is the group, you know, and our team. And it's just, we're like opposite ends of ages and body type. And for me, it's like, doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter the body type. All of that is just so motivating and inspiring, and just makes me, and it's true. Now you see it. I'm like always like emotional every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, she just posted a 12-y again. It's like, but I just wish my bigger dream is for more people to understand, because a lot of people don't understand what it is that I do, and a lot of people don't even know about Team Beachbody. They're like, what is that? it's surprising to me. People know more about like Advocare, Herbalife, and
I had never actually I had never heard of that. Somebody was posting something about Advocare, or was it that one? I think is that the one where you take a bunch of pills and stuff?
Yeah, it's a bunch.
Yeah, I had to Google it. I didn't even know what it was. I'd heard of like P90X and stuff like that before because one of my other friends in the group, Jasmine, she's really big into doing videos and stuff at the house. So when I would go over to visit her, you know, I'd go over to the house and she's like, let's do this video. And it was fun, you know, it's fun to do that with friends. And so I'd heard about them, but I didn't know anything about like there actually being programs and coaches. And I didn't know anything about the Shakeology, which is like now my favorite thing. But I didn't know about any of that stuff until I got in the group, and, you know, Denise introduced me to the shake part of it. But it's really so much more to kind of see like the whole group piece of it and get into the challenge and kind of be doing that along with your friends or, you know, your family or both. Makes a big difference.
For sure. Did you have any questions for me about inviting or the 3 vital behaviors, or I just wanted to talk like coach basics and stuff. I know there's training in the back office, and I'm always posting the new 7-day chart with the diamonds. I've led one before, but the diamond group is in charge of posting the new link every week. So I didn't know if you had any questions about that, or.
I think so I did the diamond group I really liked because it really helped me understand kind of how everything works. Because for me, you know, people were just messaging me and I didn't know how to sign them up or what to do. So I had to get up to speed really fast just to be able to share this with folks. So I think that being in that group was really helpful. The biggest thing now is just trying to help other people. You know, if we have people on the team that want to go emerald, you know, or even if they just want to share it with like a person, but, you know, it only takes a couple of people to share it with. My biggest thing is just trying to help other people now and be consistent.
I think that's why a lot of people have, I think it's more like, I think I was watching the video. I'm not done watching it. I'm like you. And Denise, I'm a student. You know, I like try to soak in all these videos and archive calls and things like that. And that's how the kind of coach that I want, that wants to build, is if they're a business, if they're a hobby coach discount, it doesn't matter. I want them on my team. But for a business builder, I just want them to be a student. You know what I mean? I was soaking in. Because I don't have like an upline. My 2 coaches above me is more of a discount coach. So Danette is our Sty Diamond coach. I met her before in person, but I've kind of just learned everything on my own by YouTubes and archive videos, or being on the national wake up call every Monday morning, the team call Monday night, Tuesday night. So I just follow maybe 2 or 3 coaches, but I try not to follow all of them because I don't want to compare myself to any other, because, you know, we're all going to have our own like originality, niche, or whatever. Attraction marketing is what they say, you know about that stuff. But, you know, like I'm a vegan, I love to run, and I'm trying to conquer 50 states. And I just try to talk about my plant-based diet, how I'm able to do marathons in a plant-based diet. And so I just try to be unique to myself, even though I'm trying to like learn different ways to not be salesy or whatever. It's hard because I've never been into sales, and I'm just trying to remember to just go ahead and just remember to be me. You know, I'm not going to always be perfect, and we're not supposed to be perfect. So people will go, you know, come to you because you're imperfect and still learning and excited about sharing. And I'm always excited about sharing when I see things happening in the group, and especially going to the Super Saturday. I'm so glad you're going because it's so exciting. They have one every quarter.
For that?
Huh?
You said they work out. Do you just like wear workout clothes when you go to it?
I do. Yeah. You just wear casual clothes. Some of them don't have workouts. The ones I've been to have always had workouts. Like the last one, the guy who won the 100 grand in Nashville, he did our insanity training workout, and Jessica, who was in Insanity Max 30, she was there, who is like a good friend with Sean T. But yeah, they talk about like what's coming out, you know, the trips or new programs. They'll have like an inspiring weight loss story, or they'll have like an inspiring financial story. And it's really nice to meet other people of all shapes, sizes, ages that are either, and you can invite people that are not coaches, which is cool too. You know, you just, and that's how I ended up signing like Kimley Jensen and Jem and Amanda. They came with me. I said, hey, come check it out. Tell me what you think. You know, they've been in my challenge group before. They're like, oh, let's do this. So they ended up signing up from a Super Saturday event. So, and some of the Super Saturday events I've been to, your guest is free. You know, it depends what city you go to, but
I think it's $5.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so, some of the stories on there, even the videos on there, it's like, you bring a tissue, you know, if you're emotional, bring a tissue, because it's really awesome. And they have like 3 a year. I want to say they have one in the spring, the summer, and the fall. And then of course, Nashville Summit, which I hope you go. And then I hope you get off the wait list of the cruise. Miracles can happen, because I was number 800. I am totally shocked to go off the wait list, because things come up and people cancel. Like Lindsay Stay was supposed to go, and now she can't go because she's gonna have a baby. They cut off the pregnancy date on that. I mean, pregnancy month, yeah. So I'm going to events is important.
Yeah.
But
well, I hope it works out. I just kind of figured I would sign up for everything and then just see what happens.
you never know. You might get the if you don't get the success, the 3 months as a news coach, if you get the 3-month Success Club 5 for the first 3 months, you get a free ticket. But just still sign up for the wait list anyway. And then also when you're a new coach, you get a discount code and you get a break on the Nashville ticket, which is cool too. So, but I have all the hotels reserved. I have like 4 rooms reserved just in case, because I think Jem's coming. I think Denise is coming. So far, and then I have other coaches just in case, you know, we share our rooms in the event that someone is stuck. But I couldn't get,
and I could ride up there.
Yeah, it's super fun. You get a lot of seminars. You get to work out with all the celebrity trainers. You get to, you know, I think I worked out with Tony Horton, Shaun T, and then we did like a super Saturday workout is what they call it in Broadway in Nashville, and it was like 1.5 hours of back-to-back workouts by all of them, and it was so much fun. It was hot, but it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw that picture. It was.
I did. It looked
crazy.
But that's my hometown. That's where I want to go.
That would be awesome. You can take us for the good eats, because everywhere I felt like it was all fried food. I'm like, where's the good eats at? But I learned my lesson. The hotels that I reserved are within walking distance. Where we stayed we had to Uber, and it was very inconvenient when it came to the seminars and stuff like that. And I'm like, if I have to pay a little bit more, but we're going to share the cost, I'd rather be within a little bit of walking distance. So, because you're on a time constraint to go to the store, because they have a really nice store. As far as all the Beachbody gear that is not on the store yet, it's only available to people who are at Summit. And then you get a discount on top of your already discount. And then they have clearance and everything, and then you're in a time constraint to get onto the seminars, time constraint to get into the workouts, and then the after parties at night if you wanted to go or not. Like if you hit Success Club 5 for Success Club 5, I think for 1 year, you get to go to a special party or something. And if you're like a 2-star and above, or 2 or 3-star above, you get to go to a special party for that. So there's just like all these things going on. It's so exciting to like learn from everybody that you meet, all the people that you've been following for all these years. Like, oh, you finally get to meet them in person, you know. So it's super fun.
So how do you stay on the Success Club then for like over and over again? Signing folks?
It's either signing or a challenge pack, and it has to be new customers. So you either sign up as a coach, or you just sell a challenge pack, or get them on Home Direct on Shakeology. So, and some people don't work like this, but I work like this. I try to get them on the coach first go around, just because they save money. You know, I feel awful if they're going to be spending $20 more on the Shakeology, knowing they can save 25% off, you know, and I try to get them on, I'm getting better at trying to get them on the discount right off the bat, just because then you gotta, if you do it backwards, then you gotta pay $40 and then you have to refund it. Even though you can refund it within 3 days, it's just a hassle. I'd rather not deal with the hassle of the $40 after the fact and just have them sign up as a coach. So yes, it's either coach, if they sign up to be a coach, or it's a brand new customer getting a challenge pack, or a brand new customer getting on Shakeology Home Direct. So, which I'd rather them get our cheapest challenge pack, which is only $10 with Shakeology. That way they have a complete system, because for me, just being on Shakeology alone,
it's not enough. I don't think it's enough. And I am like, I was training, and it wasn't enough for me, because it was the container stuff like that is really what's helpful, and having like a meal plan with it, and having a workout plan with it. I mean, all that together, I think, is what made it work, and being in the group too.
Because the challenge pack comes with your calendar, it comes with your meal plan. Even if you're not on the 21-day fix, even T25 is a meal plan. Body Beast has a thick meal plan. Hammer and Chisel is coming out with their own unique meal plan. I think they're using the containers, which is really cool, because in the challenge pack, it's going to be coming with the containers. And they're going to have like either a build up or a lean out. I don't know what it is. We'll find out December 1st. You can print it out when it comes out on Beachbody On Demand. But and I'm getting that because I told hubby. Hubby did not like the 21-day fix extreme at all.
I didn't try the extreme one, obviously, but the 21-day fix, like the regular one, the first week I could barely do windmills. I was like, that's how bad out of shape I had gotten from cracking my ribs earlier in the summer. Like it made me tired just to do windmills with my arms. And then after a week and a half, it ended up being too easy. And so I'm really excited to do the Hammer and Chisel one, because I think it'll push me a lot more.
I'm excited about that one too. I want to get your weights. I'm super jealous.
I love them. Oh my gosh. They're so good. And they are really smooth to like turn it or whatever to switch the weights to it. They're like really nice to grip. I love them. I'm so excited. And then Ike bought me the like the little stand or whatever that you can put them on. But they were on sale at Sports Authority for like $270, which seems like a lot of money. But if you were to get every single increment of weights like that for because it's from, I think they go from 2.5 or maybe it's 5 pounds all the way up to 52.5.
Wow.
And so if you were to buy every single one of those increments of weights, it would cost a fortune. I mean, it probably costs, I don't know, $600 or something.
Save your receipts. Because all of that stuff, even the weights, are right off. I don't know if you knew that.
Yep.
Yeah. Your Shakeologies are right off. Your weights, your programs, your personal development books. When you drive to Super Saturday, if you pay for Super Saturday ticket, Nashville, if you go to Nashville, the hotel, save all those receipts, because they're all, you can write them off, part of your home office is a write-off, all of that stuff. So
I didn't even think about that, but that's a really good point. That's a good benefit too of signing up the coach route instead of just doing the customer route. You can write all your stuff off. What about when you buy the challenge, or when I buy Hammer and Chisel, like you said, like it starts December 1st. When you buy that, do they like how much do you pay for it as a coach?
If you just find you won't get a challenge pack again. You're just paying for the Hammer and Chisel program, which they haven't released the prices that I don't recall. I don't remember if it's going to be 80 or 90.
Yeah, I saw, I think it was like $80 or $90 for the program, but I don't know what it is at the coach price, or if that was like, I don't know what those prices were, like what they were for. I
want to say it's either going to be 80 or 90, but you get 25% off that.
Okay.
So yeah, so anything you buy on the TP, and by the way, don't forget all of that Team Beachbody apparel right now is free shipping. I don't know.
Well, I don't know how it's going to fit me. And the other thing too is like I've been really hesitant to buy stuff because I don't know. Like my goal is I've got to drop another 30 pounds, and so I don't want to. I'm worried about buying a bunch of stuff and then
I know.
not wearing it.
Some stuff fits okay, but like my Max 30 shirt that I got for free by submitting my results, it was really form-fitting. I was like, maybe I should have got an extra large. But like my 21 Day Fix original t-shirt was big and that was a large. So, and it wasn't a very feminine shirt. It was kind of a universal t-shirt. So, and the T25 kind of fit when I got that one for free for submitting my results. That one kind of fit perfect. It all depends.
Yeah.
It all depends. I know it's kind of scary. I think my sister-in-law got lucky. She was able to swap out a couple of times. You're like, if it's a free t-shirt and you submit your results, that's it. You're not supposed to be allowed to, swap it out. So, yeah. So don't forget to, your measurements. I try to post in there when I'm doing the preseason. Your measurements are so important. Your before and after, making sure it's a clear shot on the white background, because they pick daily winners. I mean, it's crazy. They're so giving when it comes to pick, and you don't even have to have a ginormous transformation. They'll pick people that's only lost 10 pounds, but if they have a great, a pretty good transformation, it's just amazing to me. Plus, you get the free T-shirt and you get to share your story. It's awesome.
Yep, I'm gonna definitely do it, because for me, it's just tracking to see how I'm doing too.
I saw the inches that you lost.
I'm so excited. I was really in shock, and I have just been kind of chugging along, and I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention. But my husband keeps saying that he can tell, like he noticed a big difference. And actually, I didn't take my measurements at the beginning. I took them after I'd already been doing it for a week, and so I don't even really know how much of a difference it was, unfortunately. But just from week 2 to like kind of towards the end of week 1 into the end of week 2 was huge. That was a big difference. And then I was like feeling my arms day before yesterday, and they were hard. And I was like, oh my gosh, my arms are like not flabby. I was in shock. And I went into the room and I was like, I checked my arms out. And the boys came and grabbed me, like, oh my gosh, you're so strong. It was so cute.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I feel so much better. So I've been kind of like in this plateau where I'm not dropping weight, but I'm definitely dropping inches. So eventually the weight thing will go over the hump and it'll drop off.
It will. It will.
Yeah.
So I know that you got to cook. I don't want to hold you up. Is there any like burning questions you wanted to ask me?
No, I think that was it. I'm excited. I'm excited to start December.
And I'm excited because I don't know if you saw, Jessica's going to do another group for you.
Yes.
For you guys, which is awesome. I know that they're at the beginning or end of some kind of like holding season, because once you reach 2-star and above, you get quarterly bonus. And it's a lot. So and you get to open up your second business center. So I think that's why they're doing like a big push right now, because everyone has goals.
Business. I think you keep talking about business centers. What does that mean?
When you reach 2-star and above, you get to open another business center, and you can have like up to like 25 business centers. I mean, you double dip off of your income, like off of your spouse's income. It's crazy. Like Janelle Summers, when I was watching that video, I don't know if you saw it, she was just like, it almost feels like it isn't right that I'm able to double off income because of those business centers. And that's where the residual incomes comes in, because eventually you won't be making money off of your retail. It's mostly the team, because it's team volume. So that's really exciting that you can do this from home. You just have to invite and share your journey, and maybe someone's going to get it. Some do, some don't, some will, some won't, is what they say. But yeah, as soon as you get to 2-star, which is 1 diamond on each leg, you can open up a second business center, which should be under your husband's weak leg. when we get to that part, we can talk about it. But yeah, that's when the magic happens, when you're able to do that. Even more magic. I mean, the magic's happening right now because it's like amazing to me that you were able to get 8 coaches in this quick amount of time. I didn't even start off that way. So my husband was like, that's pretty rock star. You know, she didn't get diamond, but that's pretty rock star. I'm like, I know. So, but anyways, yeah, that's what that means. You can have like up to 25, you can have like 15 stars. I think the max is 15 diamonds in one business center. But once you reach 2-star, you need to open up that second business center because that's more residual income. So, and all of your Success Club points will roll up to your first business center. So even if they buy in your second business center, it rolls up to your first. So that's pretty awesome too. So it's like all like confusing at first and overwhelming. All the information is like, oh my gosh, just focus on the present is how I think of it. And then
it wouldn't make any sense to me unless I was actually doing something with it.
Yeah.
Like at that point, that's when it would make sense. But right now I'm just like, okay, I kind of get how to do the diamond thing.
You learned a lot, and even I did. I was like, "Oh, you can do that? Wow, okay, I learned just something new today." You know, like, so it's kind of cool. I didn't know she was going to put me in it, and I was like, "Okay," and I was in it too, and I'm like, "Oh, wow, I just learned this and this and this," and it was pretty cool. Jessica's, she was one of the faster coaches in there. But a lot of people are able to do it from home right away. You know, a lot of people attract stay-at-home moms that are able to do it right away. So. I learned a lot, so it was inspiring and motivating. So,
yeah, that's cool.
It's cool. So, anything else you have for me? You're probably hungry, girl. It's like 7 o'clock.
I know. I need to fix food, and the kids are probably like, "Why aren't you cooking yet?" It's been a long day. All right. Well, I guess we can. I can wrap.
Did you meal prep?
Huh? No, that's why I'm about to start cooking. I haven't done anything. I got food. I actually have food to cook, which is good. So I'll get there. I only cook a couple days at a time. I don't do the whole week. I don't have room in the refrigerator to put a whole week of stuff up. So I only do maybe 2 or 3 days at a time, and then I come back around to it again, like on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. Well, girl, it was so good talking to you in person.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm very excited too. I think Sundays would be good. I think because there's always a Monday night team call and a Tuesday night team call. So if we can get together either once a week or once every other week, it doesn't have to be something, we can pick one topic or, do refresher for people who didn't come to this one. And I don't know, what do you think? The Sundays?
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, I will shut it off then.
All right. Thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye.